we're in the area between Herbst Woods and the Lutheran Seminary, and on the afternoon of July 1st, no one in the 11th Corps had given much thought as to how they were going to get out of town. There was no fallback to Cemetery Hill. There was no logistical direction. Now, Herbst Woods saw the bloodiest and most stubbornly contested points in all the fighting of that day. The remainder of the Iron Brigade let loose on the rebels at 200 yards right in front of the 7th Wisconsin. The Confederate ranks went down, as it was reported, like grass before a scythe. At 4:20 in the afternoon, Doubleday ordered James Wadsworth to pull out the last of his division. John Burns, the wounded War of 1812 veteran who was fighting alongside the Iron Brigade, was carried back by the Confederates to his house over on Chambersburg Street. They thought he was just an innocent civilian old man. The 11th North Carolina had lost its colonel and its senior major. 6 men of that regiment were shot every 60 seconds as they advanced. The Iron Brigade began backing out of Herbst Woods by echelon of alternating battalions, turning and stopping 6 times to beat back the Confederate advance. The 24th Michigan colonel grabbed the colors, and a private grabbed them from him, yelling, "The colonel of the 24th Michigan shall not carry the colors while I am alive." And then he was shot in the mouth, killing him. The 18 guns of the 1st Corps over near the seminary gave the retreating Federals a brief respite. They opened fire, and when they did, it was described as if every lanyard was pulled by the same hand, producing a solid sheet of flame on Seminary Ridge. That stopped Pettigrew's onrushing brigade short of the seminary building. But the Union fortunes didn't last long. Perrin's brigade of South Carolinians threw themselves at the brigade and captured many Union soldiers there. The Iron Brigade was next, as they were pushed back by 2 of Harry Heath's brigades under Johnston Pettigrew and John Brockenbrough. Behind them was a division out of Powell Hill's corps. Pettigrew's plan was to collapse the Iron Brigade, directing his battalions to attack by echelon. But the Iron Brigade, in their black hardy hats, were ready for him. They hit Pettigrew's color sergeant right away in the face, and they did the same to his replacement. Now, just to give you an idea of the human cost here, the 26th North Carolina lost 549 men out of their 843. Its regimental flag went through 13 sets of hands. The rest of Pettigrew's brigade wrapped itself like a python around the 19th Indiana and the 24th Michigan. That strategy worked as they began pushing the entire Iron Brigade backwards. The rebels were described as running like demons. Now, Gettysburg is a town of alleys running behind streets, crisscrossing this internal labyrinth, oftentimes ending abruptly. The streets of Gettysburg were filled with a confused mass of troops, artillery and ambulances, wounded and dead horses, no one visibly in charge. Gettysburg was crowded with vehicles of every kind. Now, amidst all that, just imagine the scene. Men from the 150th Pennsylvania were leaping across fences, crossing gardens, passing through homes. Doubleday and Wadsworth were riding among their retreating Union forces.